we have seen jubilation at the Mbari end. And like I said, yes, two big teams are playing today. Herentials taking on Dynamo Dimbari, that is Dynamos. And talking about Dynamos, we've got Dynamos former captain, Justice Majavi. Justice, welcome.
Thank you, Innocent. Thank you. And hopefully today is going to be a good day and the better team wins.
Yes, the better team. At the present moment, if you look at the log standings, the better team is the Herentials. Dynamos all the way down the log standings, but it's just match day 2. So I bet you Dynamos fans are not worried at all. But we've got veteran sportscaster Archie. Archie, how are you doing?
Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to Zimbabwe, depending on where you are watching us on the global village. Yes, big game, but like you alluded to earlier on, Innocent, Herentials are the log toppers. Yeah. They are on pole position, so obviously they come into this game hoping to continue on that trajectory. Because remember, in a league game, what counts? The opening 5 or so games will determine the route that your team will take.
Route that the team will take, and of course last match day Herentials walking away with a 2-1 victory over Tel 1, which should not be a surprise, as we see this Herentials team can be a team that will be a bit of a problem this season, and they have been a bit of a problem, Justice, for Dynamos.
Yeah, ever since they came into the league, they've been a boogie side, very, very strong, especially against big teams. And of course, versus Dynamos, they've done so well in those matches, and they did very well against Dynamos even in the last season. I see them giving them trouble again today, but it's a new game. Hopefully, Dynamos is ready and also prepared to face the challenge today. And they are also boosted with Herentials with a 2-1 win over Tel 1 last week, which is a very good start. And I think they are expecting maximum points, and so as Dynamos, they have to pick up points after that Castle Cup win. So they didn't. Okay, they drew against in the first match of the league. So now it's time for them to capitalize and win games. And also, when you face such teams, they are the ones which also gives them trouble, especially they dent their chances of competing for the league.
Yeah, you might have missed me controlling the ball there. I should be playing as well, eh? Lovely pass there. That should have been a goal. So yes, we're here at Rufaro Stadium where we're about to witness Herentials taking on Dynamos. And a lot of people, gentlemen, say that when the rains do come down, it's sort of a blessing. But actually, whose blessing is it going to be that the rains are coming down here at Rufaro Stadium?
Yeah, it's two-pronged. If you look at Herentials, they are looking for their second victory on match day 2. But if you look at Dynamos, they've been in the wilderness in terms of the winning the league championship for quite some time. They also now need to show that they are the real giants in terms of Zimbabwean soccer. So they are also looking forward for a victory. But what makes this game difficult for Dynamos is that their boogie side is Herentials.
Boogie side is Herentials. Maybe, gentlemen, before we actually look at the teams proper, let's take a look at where they are going to be playing today. A bit of a disappointment, gentlemen. If you look at the stadium, you see over that corner there, it seems like the grass has been cut there, close to the city end. And then the rest of the pitch, it seems like the lawnmower forgot to cover that part. And then right at the corner there, close to the Vietnam end, we've seen that the grass is also cut there. That would definitely affect the players, wouldn't it?
Of course, like this, I think the service provider is not doing enough. It's a very, very bad pitch. You can see from the outlook, like you mentioned before, if you see these pitches, sometimes the ball will flow differently. There are places whereby it will move faster, and then there are places whereby it is not going to move. Because if you see these pitches, they are not even. you can see it's just maybe the corner, the half corner of this and the other side. But what about this side? Look at the plates.
Yeah.
If the rains comes as well with the place, it's gonna be difficult for the ball to move, and for the players as well. It's quite difficult. It's not even. I think for such a thing, it's not proper. The service provider should do better to have a better stadium. This is where football is being played, and mostly teams that are big from this league, they use this stadium. I think they should do better.
Yeah, the responsible authorities should definitely do better. You can hear some of the Dynamos fans cheering over there. And yes, we're talking about the state of the pitch here. Archie, did you get a whitewash here today?
The ground markings leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
And if you talk of whitewash or chalk, it's one of the cheapest commodities, and anyone can afford it. So I think those who are responsible for facilities maintenance or ground maintenance, they are supposed to do better. Like you alluded to earlier on in terms of the turf, some patches are cut, some are not. So from a ball movement point of view, more friction on other points, less friction on other points, and it's going to be difficult for the players to control the pitch.
Yeah, to control the pitch. And if you're wondering what we're talking about, look at the markings right there. That is going to be a problem if the rains come and these markings then go away. Why is it that we're still using whitewash in this day and age? It's probably something that we need to do and correct in the stadium. But yeah, we've seen the VIP stand getting revamped for fan experience, but for the players, still a lot of work to be done there. As you saw there, our producer Bevan Shinrai just looking at the pitch himself, trying to see whether what exactly is happening. I don't know if our camera person is able to pick this up. There are a lot of patches right here. If you look at it, a lot of patches that are like this, and you can imagine, Justice, you played the game, and the ball just hits that. That's going to totally affect your play, isn't it?
Of course, the awkward bounce coming from this end is difficult. When the ball bounces here, it changes direction. Even if as a player you're running, if you step on this, sometimes you can slip up and lose the control of the game, and it's very dangerous. Before the match, or a bit after the match, which was played yesterday, they should have patched all these patches. There are so many. You can see in so many areas. And you start seeing now the rains are coming. These will form waterlogged places. Then they are dangerous to the players.
Yes, and as we see the Herentials team coming in there, let's talk about Herentials. They're the home side today. And of course, I think the player that we have to look at is probably last week's most creative player. That is, of course, Innocent Benza. He created a lot of chances last week, and unfortunately, he was creating those chances for his son, who was missing for fun.
He is old, and he is doing better than the young ones. I think it's they are quietly using him very well, and opponents are struggling to take care of him. And he's been an edge for this team. He has gone so many seasons in the league. Every time people outside, they beat the opponent, they're anticipating he might stop any time. But I've seen that he's going forward. He's still playing, and he's still doing whatever he wants. I saw last week's game, he gave a nutmeg, which everyone is talking about. I think he is giving an edge to the team. It's very important.
Giving an edge to the team. And I'm being tactical here. I'm asking Justice Majavi about the Herentials team. And now I'm asking Archie, as we just look at the Dimbari team, I beg your pardon, coming in. Who should we look out for in this Dynamos team?
Well, I was impressed by the Ghanaian import, that is Frank. They also have young Pio trying to impress. But in terms of methodical build-ups from Dynamos, we haven't seen them. Dynamos is lacking the oomph, the zeal, the determination that used to make them chazunguza. I think they just need to rise to the occasion. Even if you look at the fans, not many coming to witness the encounter, because the password or the passport or the visa for the fans to come is fantastic display. Dynamos used to be ruthless and merciless, and teams like Herentials will be expecting a 3-0, 4-1 victory for Dynamos. So they need to rediscover the form and formula.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing, Justice Majabi. When you were playing, that would have been packed, wouldn't it?
That place, there will be no spaces, especially this time of the hour. There will be no spaces to sit. Yeah, it will be full, both ends, including this one for Cape United. It will be taken in that moment. But now fans, they are not coming. It's not interesting, and it's not something which is good for the sport, and especially the football. Yeah, Dynamos fans is the biggest club. It has got a large number of people who support the team, but they are not coming because the team is not doing well, and also many problems they are facing. But they should now start winning games, start scoring many goals. Then maybe some other fans will realize. Then they start coming to the games.
Yes, don't let the spaces, well, the big amount of spaces at the Vietnam end fool you. The rains has just started coming down, so a lot of the fans have come to the VIP upper part of the VIP stand just to run away from the rains. But still, it's not the crowds that we expect for Dynamo Dimbari, who are playing at home. Well, basically this is their home, although today Herentials are at home.
And you know, the beauty of it, this is the home ground for Dynamos, though they are playing away today. So in terms of the fans, it doesn't matter whether you're away or you're playing from home, but for Dynamos, this is their home.
Yeah,
So
their home.
they just need to shift the gears to attract the fans.
Shift the gears, and we just looked at the warm-up for Dynamo Dimbari there, and we've got a number of players. I think you mentioned Payo in the team. How effective is he going to be for Dynamos today?
Yeah, there's Payo, there's Lord Chunga, Frank from Ghana, but so far their defense has been solid. Clive playing very well there with the other centre back after the departure of Donald Jr. Their goalkeeper hasn't been beaten, which is good. So in terms of defense, the defense has been doing its work. Matchday one, they didn't concede, but now the strike force need also to replicate by scoring, because you don't win games by not conceding, but you win games by scoring.
Winning games by scoring. Archie just spoke about the Dynamos defense. There's sort of a catch-22 situation here for Dynamos with the pairing, their stature, and how Ralph Kaondera can be very lethal in terms of in the air. How will Dynamos have to handle that kind of situation?
I think, Ralph, he's a good player. Everybody knows him, what he does, and how he goes late into the box, which is in the high balls. But I think Clive Mande, he can do very well, and you see how he did it at Yada last season, and now coming to Dynamos. I've watched him in the cup final. He did very well against Simba Bora. He won almost everything in the air. But now this is a new game, and Ralph is strict, and he always goes in the box, late in the box. But I think they are well aware of that, and they will try by all means to stop that. And the Herentials, of course, they will do well, especially midfield. I know there's Blessing Piri, who does very well in midfield, and they are pushing forward. I think they can do better. I didn't see Tino on the starting lineup. I don't know, maybe he's injured or so, but I think they've got enough ammunition up front.
Up front, what exactly do Dynamos need to do today to find the back of the net? I think that was a major problem in that draw against ZPC Kariba.
Dynamos need to control the game, in the first place, and push forward, and they have to put the ball on the ground and try to spread passes, use the width, and bring in crosses and create more chances for themselves. And I think they've got Frank up front there. He is very good in terms of running. His runs are well timed, and you just need a good supplier. And I hope Pio, who might be playing just behind strikers, will do more of the defense splitting passes. But Dynamos need to score goals. Dynamos need to score goals.
Yeah, Dynamos definitely needs to find the back of the net. As we see the warm-up there for Herentials, who are getting ready for this big match against the big names of Harare, that is Dynamos FC. As the rain, I beg your pardon, is pouring down here. Dynamos will be hoping to pour a lot of their players up front to make sure that they get the goals that they need to win against Herentials, although Herentials can be a very difficult side. The other games that are lined up for today, of course, Bikita Minerals, who drew last weekend, will be playing against Moors, who beat Highlanders last week. I think Moors will be buoyed by that win over Highlanders. I don't know, Archie, what do you think Moors will do against Bikita Minerals?
You know, as a Premiership starter, good victory for them. Highlanders, traditional giants of Zimbabwean football. And if you pick 3 points, obviously your confidence balloon will then be fully inflated. But that also works against you because complacence can creep in and you think that you are now swimming with the big boys. So they just need to maintain that momentum. Because beating a team of the magnitude and nature of Highlanders, I don't know, kudos to them. Excellent, well played. So they just need to maintain the momentum.
Kudos to Moors there beating Highlanders last weekend, but all to do this weekend when they play against the Bikita Mineral side that has a new coach, and the new coach will be looking to maintain the good result they did draw last time round. The other matchup to look out for is, of course, Ngezi Platinum Stars. We're playing against Green Fuel, who drew against another big Harare giant that is Caps United. But before we look at that, Justice, let's just take a look at what the coaches have to say ahead of this big encounter, Herentials versus Dynamos.
Winning in the Premier League, especially the first game, was for us very important. And considering that we are playing Dynamos today, and it's a big club, and we always don't underrate any big clubs. So for us, it took away some pressure, because now we know that even if we manage to get a point, for us it's good. But we are not going to go for a point. We are going to go all out to win the game, because we are at home and we need 3 points, and we are at par with all these teams now, and we are no longer new boys in the Premiership, so we're going for 3 points.
Gone are the days when we used to railroad them and get past them with ease. Now, this season, any team that you play against, 3 points will be golden. There is no easy match in 2025. And more so when you play a tricky side like Herentials, unpredictable.
Yes, that's the thoughts of the coaches ahead of this match between Herentials and Dynamos here at the home of football, that is Rufaro Stadium. And I can tell you both coaches would definitely need the 3 points coming into this match, although for different reasons. The Herentials coach wants to maintain that first position, whilst the Dynamos coach will definitely want to go up that ladder there. And of course, we were talking about Ngezi Platinum Stars, who are playing against Greenfield. Greenfield buoyed by that big result against Caps United.
No, it's a strong match. I know Ngezi Platinum, when they're playing at home, they usually do well, and of course Greenfield, they showed some character and a good display, especially when they played Caps United last week in the opener. Caps United is not a small team; it's one of the biggest, and they did very well. So Greenfield, and of course all of us, we know Greenfield usually when they travel they also play very good, and using that at Baobab Stadium, and I think during that bubble matches, during that period for the bubble matches, you see Greenfield, they won so many games around Baobab, and this time I think it's a big game. Yeah, I wouldn't say much about the result, who is going to win, but I know it's going to be a very, very big game and an exciting encounter.
All right, gentlemen, we're about to cross over to our commentary. Maybe, Archie, I'll start with you. What's your prediction going into the first half of a match? I'm not going to put you on the spot to say predict the whole match, just the first half.
1-0 to Dynamos first half.
1-0 to Dynamos first half. Justice?
He's always copying me. He takes my I should have started with me. He's taking my scoreline. I always put Dynamos on it. Uche, you took mine, you know. So I'm not gonna say much. I'm following Uche.
Both our analysts there saying that Dynamos during the first half would be leading by 1-0 by the time we come back here at Pitchside. But now we're crossing over to Stanley Katande and Joe Nkani, who are in our commentary box. Gentlemen, it's over to you.
Thank you, and hello there, good people. Welcome to Faro Stadium. It's your commentary team of Stanley Katsande and John Kani here at the ceremonial home of Zimbabwean football. Herentials are taking on Dynamos in a Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. A very, very important encounter for both teams because they all want to make sure that they start off on a good note and possibly end up winning the league like what Simba Bora did last season. Of course, Dynamos won the Chibuku Super Cup, but they would like to go back to winning ways in the Premiership. A very, strong-looking team as we see both teams lining up onto the field of play with the three match officials who comprise of Juanele Manenda, and Francis Chirwa, Mlungisi Matutu, and thanks Nyahuye, and the match commissioner, Mlindeli Ndebele. A wonderful afternoon indeed, Joe, but then we do have some rain scare because I know our analysts were actually getting a bit of rain on them, so luckily to them, we have taken over and they have to take cover. But a wonderful afternoon for football, which should be a good thing indeed because they can both run themselves into the ground and give us some entertainment.
Oh yes, Stanley, indeed, it's a very good afternoon. Of course, we are playing this game under partly cloudy skies. We can see some patches of a blue sky. But what has somehow disturbed the start of the game has been the showers that have fallen over Faro Stadium. We have seen the fans now catching some cover. But
yes,
we don't know how things will turn out for the afternoon.
Yes, indeed, Joe, as we introduce the national anthem before starting the game. Gives you a wonderful feeling indeed to have the national anthem played. And I remember this happening when I was in Egypt. My blood started running. I felt like I was ready to do anything for my country, Joe. What an inspiring thing.
What an inspiring thing, Stanley. And this is now a new feature in our league this season. We will have the national anthem being played before every Castle Lager Premier Soccer League match, which is a new feature that has just been introduced. It also gives us a sense of patriotism, reminds us of who we are as a nation as we look forward to see action on the day for every given game in Zimbabwe.
Yes, indeed, and it reminds our youngsters that, look, it's nobody but ourselves, none but ourselves, and in our local languages we would say, Ililizwe lakiwa lawani Gazwalo. That goes down deep indeed as we see the match officials getting us ready for kickoff. The two respective captains, Manuel Jalai for Dynamos and Herentials. We'll soon figure out who it is. It's number 3, jersey number 3 for... Yes, indeed, as they are going to line up for group pictures. As the 3 match officials drift to the center of the pitch. And I think one thing that we need to mention is the fact that the pitch can be manicured much better, especially the lines. A lot can be done to improve that particular area. As we look at the Herentials here, the home team is fielding the same team that they played last weekend. And of course, Bimbare end. That's where Dynamos is as they prepare to get down to business with Herentials who come back here. And I'm sure we'll now get the Dynamos lineup led by Emmanuel Jalai, a very talented right winger. And for Herentials, the Majarira brothers are a very important cog in the machine. Dynamos, here they are with Prince Tafremuta in goal. Jalai, the captain, will operate from the back. And Abel Gatizo, Clive Mandivei, scorer of the goal that brought them parity. That's the mayor of Harare. That's Advocate Mafume. There's Dynamos now. Salute their fans who are here in their numbers. I'm sure the numbers will continue to swell as the game wears on. Herentials themselves, the students, getting ready to do battle here with their rivals. There is Mablanyo alongside his assistant coach. This is Mark Andrew Mate in green. And he's the Herentials goalkeeper is now ready to go. Takuzwa Chikosi. These two teams, well, they have, no team has managed 2 victories in a row in this particular season. Let's wait and see who is the first one to get a second as the rain is pounding here at Rufaro Stadium, and those fans don't mind the rain for as long as their team is winning. So is Celestino Benza, but at least he's covered in the home dugout here at Rufaro Stadium. Herentials in white playing from left to right, and the Dynamos in all blue playing from right to left as Innocent Benza starts us off. And here is a chance, very nearly creating confusion, lack of communication, and Herentials nearly took advantage. This one headed through, massive clearance from Herentials. No one is yet settled as they continue to kick the ball up and about. Of course, Batizo, who scored the all-important goal in the Challenge Cup for Dynamos to win the trophy, now in the starting lineup. As Jalai knocks it forward, and the Herentials can now guide it all the way back to their goalkeeper. That's Plato Majarira. It's picked up on the left-hand side. In the pouring rain, poor control. Oh, he slips at the and the ref blows to give a free kick. Conditions suddenly changing here for the players, Willie Joe, and it's making it very difficult for them to play.
Yes, we received some light showers before the game, and even if the players, when they came in for their warm-up routines, it was quite clear and sunny. But now suddenly we've received some showers, showers that are pounding the Faro Stadium, and at the same time, we are looking at players having to adjust their play to suit the conditions at the moment.
Yes, as the header is taken through, Nyawa goes up for it. But it's taken away from him. Benza Jr. the son, but it's taken away now. Good marking there by Herentials, who played the ball on the near side. It's young Benza. Tatenda bringing in a header, and this one cleared away by Emmanuel Jalai. Well positioned to make a very good save there as Herentials were threatening, Joe.
So far, we've seen more interesting and threatening attacks from Herentials. Probably a sign of what they want to do for us this afternoon, to attack Dynamos early and possibly secure a goal early in the game. That will probably give them some measure of comfort as the game wears on.
Yes, indeed, as the ball is taken away again and the Dynamos player has given away. That's Ghanaian import Agyemang. Is picked up on the far side. The Herentials trying to work their way through, but they can't. Throw in Innocent Benza. Battles for the ball, but it's taken away. And good control, Mandive laid through. Here they come, Timbare now going forward. What can they do this time around? And they manage to clear. Goes all the way to the far side, played infield as Herentials surging forward. It's not Enda Benza. We try to bring in a cross, and no options but to play it backwards. Yes, Jalai getting past his marker, brought down by Innocent Benza, IB9. IB9 has taken it back now as they come forward, and in the end it's all the way back to Mandive. Dimbare coming through now on the near side, still knocking the ball around among themselves. Tamchenda and Chiwunga plays it short. It comes into the near side here. Herentials still guarding their side, making sure they don't lose possession in the critical areas. They're doing it in a cautious way. Pio came on as a substitute in the cup final and suddenly set the house on fire. And Mablanyo Lloyd Chigoe has decided to give him a starting berth. Here's Mandive to the near side, playing it long on the far side by Nomo Shinyerere, but then it's taken away from midfield. Here they play the ball forward. Can they do something with it? Not at all. But he managed to keep this one in play. I thought for a moment he would lose it. Benza IB9 plays it to his son, but gets the chance to get it back, but this one is taken away by Jalai. Here comes Agyemang. Agyemang tries a cross. This one fails. And luckily for him, it goes away. It could have fallen kindly for a Dynamos player. This is the throw-in to Dynamos. And if you're joining us for the first time, it's 5 minutes played, 0-0 the scoreline. And the band still plays, Willie.
The brass band still in it. Of course, they can't be detained by the rains. They have to be part of they're part of the entertainment, part of the visuals that people are enjoying here at Faro Stadium, while the rest of the other fans have sought cover, sought shelter because of the rains that we're currently receiving at Faro Stadium.
Yes, as Chikotsi picks up possession for Herentials as they tried now to go forward. Mpuma lays it through for Tino Benza. Plays it through, but again it's cleared away by Timbare to Jalai. His first time effort looked good initially, but the intended target could not control. Here it comes on the near side here. Ball played through. Oh, this one overcooked. It was a perfect idea, but unfortunately the execution was not spot on.
I think because of the shower that we have received, players now have to adapt, making sure their passes are measured because the surfaces now suddenly become slippery. So players have to adjust their passes and how they move and even how they run. They've simply been affected by the showers.
Indeed, as Dibare restart the formula on the far side. Check in field, picked up now by Chiunga. Temptation. Driving the ball forward. How much will it, in the end, is a heck bit from behind, and that will be a free kick in a good looking position, I must say, for Timbare. But the big question is, do they have the hard hitters? I know in days gone by, Elvis Chuchu will be licking his lips. So the same goes for Moses Chunga. I think Chunga was the most deadly, especially way back in 1986, when he scored 46 goals playing as a midfielder.
As a midfielder for
that is a record which will be difficult to match.
Which is also indicative of the fact that we've actually declined in terms of our goals returns in our football. So we wait to see if Dynamos can capitalize on this and give us a fresh look or a new look or new dimension to take in set pieces.
Let's take a look at this one. Chiunga lines up to take it. Is he the one who is going to take it? Two players behind the ball. Here comes Chiunga! Oh, the goalkeeper had to make an unorthodox save. And this is the Dynamos bench.
He couldn't take any chances. Of course, it was a tricky ball that was flighted into his 6-yard box. And of course, he had to be innovative and use his feet to clear that ball. As it is, it's a save that is counted and credited to his name.
Oh, yes, indeed. It actually is a save. The throw-in now comes from the far side. Looks like Pio will take it. Looking for Agyemang. Back to Pio, past his marker. That one goes out of play. And a goal kick to be taken by Chikosi. Takuzwa Chikosi in the picture. The Herentials goalkeeper. Just 9 minutes played. Doesn't play a good one. Guatizo turns away from his markup. Nyawa. Shadrach Nyawa to the far side as Dynamos now are beginning to pour forward. The chance for Agyemang. Tries to bring it across. What a sliding tackle. Winning the ball on the far side. Well done to the player. Blessing Piri will pick it up. But it's taken away again by Timbare. And yes.
Yeah, I think it's a legitimate offside. He was coming in from an offside position. Yes, he drifted inward, but by the time he received the ball, he was in an onside position. But definitely a good call by the far side assistant referee.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The free kick now to come from the goalkeeper, Takuzwa Chikosi. He plays a better one this time. Headed away by Nyawa, still struggling to get it away. And in the end, it's cleared away by Mandive. Very steady defender. And Agyemang fails to control as the ball is played through. Benza with a flick. He loves this flicks and the shot. Goes away for a goal kick to Dimbare. This was Tinashe Puma. Let's wait and see what becomes of this match here. Tafre Mutsa in all red. He is trying to get his players into the preordained positions. Shinyerere. There it is, Guatizo clips it forward. Chiunga flicks it through, but this one will go all the way back to the goalkeeper. The good clearance into enemy zone, headed forward there once again by Herentials. The sliding tackle for Dimbare. Good one indeed by Tendai Shemagwaza. This is a good looking cross. The Guatizo misses it. Herentials can take full advantage, can they? And this one goes out of play. Mupoma could not take advantage, and this one will be a free kick, and Mark Mate has to come off his seat and try to guide the players during the match.
And I think rightly so, Kenneth Mate being worried because his team is actually under pressure. Herentials have seemingly been on top of the situation at the moment, only that they haven't yielded a goal. But in terms of the exchanges, Dynamos needing to respond to what Herentials are throwing at them.
Exactly. The cross comes in. This one looks a bit too deep. Jalai has got a touch. Pio beaten to it, and this one will go all the way back for a goal kick. The pip into the VIP area. You can see everyone has left their seats. Members of the media
here on assignment, and
yes.
It seems everyone from Herentials College is here with a pen and paper in hand, taking a few notes. I suppose it's a project from school.
Oh yeah, it looks like a project from school. Let's wait and see if this one will be kept in play. Oh, good running there coming from Valentine Cadonzo. He tries but fails to beat his marker. The Herentials playing it wide on the far side. Jalai in attendance. Comes to the near side, Kwatizo. And in the end, Kadonzo was not watching, and this one goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Yakuzwa Chikosi. Ball is thrown long to the far side, to the center. Majarira guiding it backwards, picked up in the middle of the park. This is Dombo Eric. Once again, offside call. That was an early run by Ralph Kaundera. He's a player who must be watched. He's been around for some time. He knows his way around the block. Here's Mandivei. Central defender normally plays alongside Chinyai. Akiaman keeps the ball in play. Good play. Jalai turns away. Then it's all the way back to Mandivei. Gwatizo. Chinyerere. Chiunga infield. Dibare stitching some good-looking passes. Once again, Agiaman into the center, finds his captain. For a moment he slips. Dynamos now are trying to establish some measure of control in this game here. And it comes back to Pio in the middle of the park. Yawa past his marker and then to his captain, who tries a shot from afar.
That shot inviting the crowd into action here. The crowd appreciating a shot taken from range by Captain Jalai, which is probably the first meaningful attack that we've seen from Dynamos. After a spell of exchanges of passes from Dynamos, which probably could be indicating that Dynamos are now coming back into the game.
Yes, slowly they're trying to find their way back into the game here. Here they clear the ball again. Pio to the far side. Agiaman turning one way. Chiunga is beaten to it, but the fouled an opponent in the process. That will be a free kick to Herentials. Chiunga, the guilty party. There's a Dombo Eric plays it through. Comes back once again to Herentials. Long searching ball forward. Headed away by Chinyerere. Yawa has got a head to it. Good play, but Kwatizo, the first to arrive. Here's Enza Senior. Lays it through. And this one straight to the goalkeeper. Very nearly spilled it a bit. I think he should have had some controlled approach.
You'd have expected the keeper to firmly hold that ball into his feet and be in control of the ball. But it seems somehow it was not really a clean catch.
Especially because the player in control was his own player.
Yes, yeah.
There was no need to do that. Yes, he was well protected. But now Herentials are coming through, stitching nice passes Young Tino Benza plays it through on the near side here. It's a good running from Prince. All the way. Dynamos managed to clear Nyerere to Chiunga. This is an opportunity for Gwatidzo. And again, it's just aimless kicking of the ball by some of the defenders. As the Herentials restart the formula. Picking it up inside their own half. They're going forward. Blessing Piri. Kawandera Ralph guiding it forward. Here's Prince. Brings it down neatly. Still looking for space. Eric Dombo. But this one is cleared massively by Dynamos. This will be a throw in to Herentials. We've played 17 minutes. Makmate is now restless. He is now patrolling the technical area, bellowing instructions. He's understandably not happy with the way things are going for the moment, as Innocent Benza loses possession. This one goes out of play. The idea was there, but the execution was absent.
Execution let him down, And we have every reason to see Makmate being concerned by what he's seeing here. Because if you look at the statistics, these two teams have met 10 times since 2018. Herentials have won 3 times, Dynamos have won 3 times, and they've drawn 4 times. So there hasn't been much to separate the two teams. As you can see right now, they are evenly poised, they are exchanging passes, they are exchanging attacks. But at the moment, yes, Herentials look more threatening than Dynamos.
Yes, indeed.
But nothing much to separate the two teams.
Estafremutsa catches the ball, and I think he was fouled in the process. He's gone down looking injured. And we hope that it's nothing serious, because I know that Mablanyo and Makmate, Lloyd Gowen Makmate, would like to make tactical substitutions instead of injury-inspired ones.
And you don't want to lose your goalkeeper at this stage of the game. Even at any other stage of the game, changing a goalkeeper, there's a lot of dynamics at play that can actually influence your play. But we just hope it's not anything serious. He will be able to continue with play. And as you can see, he's actually up on his feet.
Yes, indeed. As one Dynamos player comes to the near side here, I can see the medics are now leaving the field of play to allow the game to go on. As we take a look at the incident, of course, the Herentials player was getting ready and trying to take advantage of any spills by the goalkeeper, but in the process caught Tafremutsa, who is up and about, and they can restart this game with a drop ball. Here he is clearing it long, looking for Valentine Kadonzo, but it's cleared away by Herentials. This one out of play for throw in to the students. Prince Chama ready to take the throw right on the halfway line. It's a long throw. Tino Benza can't control. Innocent Benza trying to get it, but then fails completely. Peo lays it wide to the far side, brought down by Jalai. He falls under challenge. Referee says play on. Good call in my view. He's guided backwards. It's cleared away under pressure by the Herentials defense. Yes, Nyerere. Good defensive work there. And in the end,
there was a dangerous
collision. And the ref has blown. I think he's going to flash a yellow card, and Pio is trying to appeal for a bit of leniency. That's not forthcoming from the match official.
I don't think he will enjoy leniency from the referee, because that one, if you look at the height of the ball, he actually had to fly and go in with a flying kick there. That's dangerous play. I think it's a good call for the referee to give him a yellow card there.
Yes, indeed, it's a good call by the referee. As play resumes here with the Herentials in possession, Chibetu Wilmore playing in defense. This one is guided down to the far side by Majarira Brighton, playing as the chief centre-back. Mandivei clears the danger, but it's not over yet as the cross comes inside the area and is headed away for a corner by Gwatidzo. This will be a corner kick to Herentials in the 22nd minute. It's still goalless. But of course, no doubt about who is holding the long end of the stick. It's Herentials who are now taking the corner. I see Dynamos have called in some of their strikers, Agyeman, one of them, to come and help out in defense. The corner comes in. It's headed away by Shinyerere. Another one brought in, cleared away by Kwatizo. Agyeman controls. A good run on the far side. As Timbare are trying to come through. Agyeman again skips past his marker. Inside the area, the cross will come. This one, awkward, here's the cross. And the danger not cleared, but it rolls away. My word.
How did he miss that?
Jalai keeps the ball in play. Pio tackled. And the ref says that one from behind, but my word. I would love to see the replay of this one. What exactly happened as we saw the confirmation of the yellow card on Pio. This is it. It was a rebound. The header was taken off the chest of a Timbare player and very nearly. But then when he tried to play the ball into the net, he ended up missing the ball horribly. Pio lays it backwards. I think he's also being unfairly treated by the opponents. Malifei Tunyawa. Shinyerere will now take it through a dummy by Agyeman. Nobody buys it. This one cleared into touch. 0-0 the scoreline. If you're joining us for the first time, my question is, where were you? We had spills and thrills as the cross comes in. This is one that could have gone in for Timbare. It hits the post, but then the rebound was played wide. Dynamos came very close to breaking the deadlock. Jalai showing lots of skills, playing it through. Kadonzo lets him down. And this one is taken by the goalkeeper, Chikosi. Chikosi will dribble it to the edge of the box before playing the ball to his left back. Jalai takes it away again. In the end, the ref has blown. I thought for a moment he was going to allow the ball to go out of play. This will be a free kick to Dynamos with 25 minutes gone, as we see someone practicing boxing. Well, if we look at his technique, the jabs are looking quite useful. I don't know if he'll be able to do that when an opponent is hitting back. That was Mona Lisa Spanda. She is a top-class goalkeeper, boxer rather. I remember talking to her years back when she was a youngster. Here comes the chance once again for Timbare, but cleared away. It's picked up by Pio. The flick goes to the wrong man. Herentials now can go forward. Chibetu trying to overlap. He lays it through, but it's taken away. Agyeman is chasing the ball. Good anticipation from him. There he is. Tried to turn, but two players on him. He has managed to harass the defender. In the end, Herentials can take it away. Long clearance once again. Herentials, for some reason, seem to have lost the rhythm. Timbare are like prey that is biting back. Watizo running well on the near side here, and this one rolls out of play for a goal kick. Watizo thought that the defender had a touch, but Timbare, like I said, beginning to get the long end of the stick, but Herentials, for some reason, have lost control.
Yes, we've seen Herentials at the early parts of the game. They were exchanging passes and finding their way through the Dynamos lines. But now Dynamos seems to have taken the game to Herentials. Dynamos are now looking more composed. And while on the other side, Herentials are now pumping balls up front, speculative balls up front. And I wonder why that they will opt for that kind of play, because they have innocent Benza up front who would want to get balls to his feet and then play from that kind of a situation. But now Herentials are playing balls, speculative balls up front.
Play on, says the referee. And the Herentials player is injured. Majarira, that's Jalai rather. And it's Tino Benza who is lying injured, and the ball is sportingly played into touch by Tendai Shimagwaza, playing as a right back this afternoon. The referee calls the bench. I think it's an upward fall. If you take a look at this one, Benza was drifting into the area.
I think it was appended.
It was,
it was appended. Yeah. But also need to point out that it was outside the box.
Yes.
So we wouldn't expect people to shout for the penalty as it were. Maybe the least that he could have gotten was a free kick, but definitely not a penalty. It was appended outside the box.
Yes, indeed. The Benza will have to leave the field of play for a while before the game can begin. Here's the throw now, picked up Eric Dombo. This one all the way back for a goal kick. So Tafremutsa will take it. These fans will be happy about that. Chinyerere to Mandifei. Back to Chinyerere again. Pio couldn't turn away from his marker, but finally does that. Back to Pio on the far side. A bit too long for Jalai, but the idea was there. And now the throw will be taken from the far side. A sneak peek into the VIP stands. In the end, Bajarira will win it. It's taken away by Agyeman. Still fighting for possession. Falls under challenge. Play continues. Nyawa momentarily winning it, but in the end, Chiunga. The few harsh words being exchanged there between the two opposing players, Blessing Piri and Chiunga. Gwatidzo continue to restrain the Herentials' big defender. And the ref is calling him over, telling Emmanuel Jalai to stay away from it. The referee is going to control the situation.
But I think
he must
has every right to be involved in that conversation. He's the captain of Dynamos. He has every right to appeal and speak on behalf of his team because he is the captain of Dynamos.
Yes, he has the right, but I think the referee was not interested. The two players eyeball to eyeball. And immediately the ref, as is Juanele Manenda, breaking up players. We confirm the scoreline. 0-0. Ball played inside the area. Pio controls it. Round one player brings in a shot. Well, he has the skill, but the shooting ability deserted him at the crucial moment. This will be a goal kick to be taken by Herentials, and Timbare are warming up the entire bench, trying to inject a bit of urgency in these players that are in the field of play. These fans, young and old, are here to enjoy themselves here at Rufaro Stadium.
Football is a beautiful game.
It
It brings families together, and such images make it the most beautiful game. When you see people, young and old, male and female, everyone coming into the stadium to enjoy a game of football.
Yes, indeed, as Jalai slips and gives away possession. But Magwaza was on hand to rescue his captain. The throw is taken. Benza, innocent, lays it through, but this one is taken away. And again, Kadonzo He's coming from an offside position. The one thing that the fans don't realize is that you are running from an offside position the moment the ball was played. I hope these fans will understand that. Maybe we need to keep bringing some referees to explain these rules from time to time as Chimbetu prepares to dispatch the kick. They're actually employing a very effective offside trap.
They are. Herentials actually applying the offside trap very well and efficiently for against Dynamos. But Dynamos strikers so far seem not to have read into that.
Mr. Fremutsa plays the ball under challenge from Chino Benza. Good control by Chimbetu. Plays it downfield. This one will roll kindly for Chinyerere, who decides to play to his goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper now lays it through Pio to his captain. On the far side, Jalai along the ground. Here's Agyamang. Tries to come in with a sliding tackle. He wins it, brings in a cross, and the goalkeeper does well. Well, Agyamang is quite a thorn in the flesh this afternoon to the Herentials defense, isn't he?
Yeah, I've been enjoying his runs, the way he runs into space and anticipating a pass, and when he receives the pass, you can actually see what he's trying to do. He's quite a handful for Herentials defense, and hopefully he's going to get something out of his industry.
Of course, that was a glimpse of the mayor, Advocate Mafume. And again, Kadonzo. He needs to improve on his timing. As Chimbetu still out of the picture. There he is, preparing to play the ball. It's guided back up by Puma Tinashe. All the way to the far side, Eric Dembo. Infield. Still Herentials in possession. This one on the far side, he looked covered. And in the end, well, looks like he's getting a yellow card.
I think for kicking the ball after the whistle. Because there was some few seconds between the whistle and him slowing down play and eventually kicking the ball. So I think the yellow card was for kicking the ball after the whistle.
Yes, Ralph Kondera is a veteran. He knows all about these rules. And you don't kick the ball away after the whistle had gone. Mbare giving away possession. Senior Benza to Junior Benza. Now into the center. Junior Benza heads it on the far side. No one in support as the goalkeeper takes it away. That's Prince Kafremutsa. He rolls it to Shinyerere on the near side. There's only Guatizo picked up in the center. Nyawa finds Magwaza. Magwaza looks up to his captain. Jalai turns back to Magwaza once again into the center. This is Chinyerere clipping it through. Agyemang had already gone. In the end, Pio controls it well, and Ralph Kondera was pushed, and it's a free kick quickly taken. The referee trying to keep a tight rein on the movements of the game here this afternoon. Kondera shuffles it, turns back, ball laid through. There was Ruguchu Sbusiso. Chance now for Herentials to come forward. The cross comes and it's taken away. Here's Innocent Benza, too long on the ball. He's played in the center for Pio by Jalai. Immediately finds support on the right hand side. Good marking job. The Bajarira losing possession. This will be played in the center to Tinashe Mpuma. This is Chimbetu. Chimbetu Senu, well known for their musical exploits. The entire family used to belong to the group called Dendera. The Chimbetus.
Oh, the Chimbetus.
They entertained us so much, and these days, of course, it's Sulumani Chimbetu and his uncle still in the music industry. Here's Mandivey. Here's 0-0. Dynamos Herentials. The students holding their own. These fans still waiting for the opening goal. Will it come? Your guess is as good as mine. Pio. Herentials once again. They're always playing it backwards to Chimbetu. Majarira, the skipper, clips it through. Nicely done there by Magwaza. And once again, Kadonzo straying offside, and the far side assistant referee's flag was immediately up. But now it comes to Herentials. Quick 1-2, and this one out of play. And it looks like it's going to be a free kick. Chinyerere impeded by the striker there. And the ball is played back to the goalkeeper. Here's Magwaza to contend with IB9, Innocent Benza, jersey number 9. It's back again to Mandivey. Yawa. Mandivey shifting it one way then the other. It's Dynamos now with Pio dictating the pace in the middle of the park, and this one will roll kindly back to goalkeeper Takuzwa Chikosi. Now to Chimbetu. Mopoma slips. Timbara coming through, and the idea was not well understood
for once,
by
I
his
thought
teammates.
the team was going to run towards the outside of the post, towards the corner flag, as opposed to placing that ball. They were not on the same page. And of course, you see the crowd, they enjoy some few snacks as they watch this game. That remains goalless at the moment.
Goalless at the moment as the ball is picked up now by Ruguchu. And it comes back to Majarira, who finds his goalkeeper Takuzwa Chikosi. Now some fans are going back to their original seats. Chinyerere clears the danger. Here's Jalai, tightly monitored. He's brought down. The captain complaining to the match officials. I think he wants a yellow card.
Yes, he's actually pointing it out that he's had a couple of rough tackles, which the referee must take note of.
I think some of the players, well, the player who committed the offense was not yellow carded, but I'm sure it's his teammates.
Yes.
Yeah. But then Eric Dembo must have said a word or two to the referee. The referee didn't like it. He has taken his name into the book. Five minutes to the Oranges, plus stoppage time, of course. Dynamos with a free kick, and the ref just ordering Ralph Kaundera to move away the stipulated 10 yards before the kick can be taken. He stood very close to it so that he stops Dynamos taking this free kick quickly.
I wonder if he's going to take a shot, a crack at a goal from that range.
Let's see if he can do it. Wow! Nearly got it right.
Indeed, the shot was on target. Yes, of course, it had enough power, but of course, the goalkeeper Takuzwa Chikosi was equal to the task. But it's one of the few free kicks that we've seen that have troubled the goalkeepers. Yeah, good free kick taken by Dynamos.
Yes, that was a very good free kick. And if it was a few feet closer, that could have given them problems. Gwatizo, this is how he took the free kick. And this one, well saved by the goalkeeper, Takuzwa Chikosi. Here is another one. This one goes back to Chinyerere. There's Dimbare now chasing this one. Ball kept in play. Magwaza! Nobody home. It hits the bar once again, and this one goes wide. My word, these fans will be disappointed. This is the second time that Dimbare could have scored, and these fans know exactly what it means. And Mark Martin, now sitting on the bench, looks like he's satisfied with what he's seeing now.
Yes, he's satisfied, but what you need now is the end product. Despite all this pressure, despite all this probing into the Herentials 6-yard box, we see another chance going a begging for Dynamos. They've hit the post twice in the first half so far.
Oh yes, Agyemang has been a thorn in the flesh of the Herentials defense. As you wait to see what the match officials will give us as stoppage time. Header taken away, cleared away by Chinyerere. Another header by Blessing Piri in the center of the park. Benza to the far side. Dembo, Eric, getting past his marker. The cross comes in, but Dimbare managed to clear. Here's Jalai, rounding off his man. Ball played through. They come back again. And a massive clearance just to make it safe. The Macharira. Safety first for the big defender. As Dimbare prepared to take the throw. They found their captain. Ball played through. And news reaching us from elsewhere. Tail 1 and triangle. 1-1 the scoreline. The Bigita Minerals are leading 1-0. And there's Benza. Skies that one over the bar. Ngezi Platinum are said to be leading by 1-0 as we see these fans discuss the match. Here's a chance for Benza. He should have done a lot better on that occasion.
His first touch was brilliant because he gave himself space, but when he finally delivered that shot, he skied the effort over the bar. But I like the way he got the ball, his first touch on the 10, and then creating space for himself.
Chinyerere as Dimbare slowly taking advantage. Nyawa plays it forward. Agyemang is involved, and nobody home but Chimbetu, who takes it away. Macharira once again. Bupuma rather brings it down. First to arrive is Jalai. Dembo picks up possession for Herentials. Good looking cross. Headed away by Chinyerere. Nyawa on the near side. Chiunga back to Nyawa. As Dimbare are beginning to look comfortable on the ball now. Maybe Herentials are tired. Surely later stages of the second half belong to Dimbare. And it looks like we've been given 2 minutes of stoppage time here as Jalai picks up possession. This one, he turns away from his marker. Jalai looking for space. It's played to Agyemang. Rounds off his man, but Macharira is on guard. Takes it away. Good defensive work there by Guatizo. But again, Jalai picks up possession. Nyawa queuing up a shot, and it's easily taken away. Lovely stuff as they come through. Guatizo under pressure from Chimbetu. Chimbetu checks his stride. Guides it work backwards. Mpuma. This one taken away by Guatizo. Finds Valentine Kadonzo. 46 minutes played. Kadonzo inside the area, and he gives it away. Blessing Piri collects. Chimbetu still upfield. Dimbare now pick it up. The both sides, of course, are looking like they would like to break the deadlock just before the final whistle of the first half. Now is Benza innocent. He does well to play the ball to the near side here. Rauf Kondera. The cross comes in, but headed away again by Dimbare. They are looking very strong in defense. And in the end, it's a free kick. Dynamos, well, claiming that there are several tackles that should have earned free kicks. Luckily for Puma, this is the effort. And this one, I can see Jalai with his imaginary yellow card. Chinotenda Benza queuing up a shot, and this one is blocked. And the referee blows to end the first 45 minutes of this particular Council Lager Premier Soccer League match at Rufaro Stadium. Herentials hosting Timbare. It's 0-0 going into half-time. Your thoughts, Joseph?
The first phases of play in the first half, we saw Herentials dominating Dynamos and threatening a number of times. But of course, Dynamos held their nerves, they held their fort, and repelled anything that was thrown at them by Herentials. Then, towards the second half of the first half, we saw that Dynamos came back into the game. They found their way back. They breached a number of times the Herentials defense, who have employed an effective offside trap against Dynamos. And we saw Dynamos hitting the post on two separate occasions and missing one glorious chance, which means this first half could have gone either way had the two teams been clinical up front. But otherwise, an evenly balanced the first half, and anything could have happened. But I'm not even surprised, Stanley. There hasn't been too many goals out of this particular fixture since 2018. They've been scoring 1-0-0, 1-1, or 2-1. We haven't had a high-scoring game between Herentials and Dynamo. So pretty much the goal falling into the trend and into the way teams have played against each other over the years.
Yes, the two teams playing true to their phone book as we wait for the analysis team led by Innocent Manyenga standing on the touchline waiting for us. And there is the Herentials team just making sure the players, discuss the match between themselves, and they would like to know what to do in the second 45 and possibly help the coaches to come up with a better strategy. And here they are breaking up the grouping, and they will walk back into the team. I remember seeing Lloyd Shigove and Mark Mate going side by side, already discussing what to talk about in the in the dressing room. And we hope for both teams that they come back and find the goals. Let's see if we can go down to Innocent with his technical team.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen, in the commentary box there. And yes, Herentials nil, Dynamos nil. I think we only saw 2 shots on target in the first half, gentlemen. Probably not something that you were looking forward to. You did predict Dynamos to be leading at 1-0 at halftime.
Well, if you look at the Dynamos denied by the right upright, then denied by the left upright, then denied by the horizontal bar. So quite unlucky. The power was there, but they weren't precise. So a point of worry for Dynamos in the second half is, if you look at the turf, the side where we are, that is the western side, it's a bit waterlogged. And the prolific side, which is the eastern side, where Jalai is operating, is the better side. So we don't know how Dynamos will attack come second half. But again, if you look at Herentials, also their prolific side was more of the western side, so they will shift to the other side. So trouble for Dynamos in the second half.
Trouble for Dynamos in the second half, but yeah, we don't want to predict too much because 1-0 didn't happen. I would ask you for the second half prediction there. There's a worry for you. We were talking whilst the game was going on. There was a major worry for you for Dynamos in Kadonjo. Could you just give me your sentiments towards his performance in the first half?
That's the missing link, He's not participating. Look, maybe in 3 minutes, he was probably 4 times offside, which is not good for a player, for an attacker. And also, he doesn't like contact. For a winger or a beat forward, whatever position you play on the field, it's a men's game. You need contact. He does not challenge himself. He doesn't go into into battles. You know, he's always free on his on himself, and he's looking at the line, which is not for him. He's creating his own line behind defense. So at times you find Dynamos all the attacks are being broken by him. It's either he's offside or he's losing the ball position.
Yeah, well, you're just looking at some of the highlights there. Just like Archie was saying, Dynamos denied by the upright post as well as a horizontal bar there in the first half. It could have been 2-0 in favor of Dynamos, but there is something that we didn't mention whilst the game was going on, Archie, is that the rains might have helped Herentials a little bit there.
Yeah, so it's a case of Sony yet so far, and our brutal analysis for Dynamos, you have to be precise in front of goal. The horizontal bar or the vertical bar, that's not the goal. The ball is supposed to cross the line. So Dynamos are not precise in front of goal. So they can be punished for that in the second half. Look, a game of soccer is won by scoring. Yes, they've been unlucky. The balance of power, to a certain extent, it was tilted in their favor. Because if you look at the stats, 3 attempts on target by Dynamos against 1 for Herentials, then 3 off target for Dynamos against 1 again for Herentials. So in terms of being in the final third more, Dynamos were there more. So wait and see what will transpire in the second half. But chances came in the first half and they failed to bury them.
Yeah, failed to bury them. But let's look at the hosts, Herentials. I know. Well, whilst we were watching the game, there's something that you highlighted. Innocent Benza might not be the most athletically gifted player on the pitch, but he does give something for Herentials. As a coach, what do you do? How do you set up your side to make sure that you then tap into some of the talent that Innocent has?
If you see in all matches, I think I've watched him several matches. What he does is his first touch is very good. Always. So usually opponents are struggling against him, and you find when they are defending, they are short, minus him. But what makes him into the game is how he conducts his first touch. His first touch is always very good, and it's a trouble for the opponent. So as a coach for the opponent, against Herentials, you just need to employ one player who stands in front of him all the time. Just receive all the balls. He cannot jump. He cannot. So you just have to go slide in front of him. Get all the balls that comes way towards him. So this is why the Dynamos are struggling, because Nyawa is staying behind him instead of in front of him, and he needs to move forward so that he can be the first on the ball. So him is just going there, he flicks the ball, he takes the ball first touch, he passes back. So this is their strength. They know, and when they are pushing, and when they are defending now, he is not coming back. You find that there is Tino, there is him, then there is Ralph at times. They are all in front. So you find Dynamos are also staying with them. They should push forward and maybe try to create chances. But I'm impressed by the Herentials defense. They've done so far so good, and they are trying by all means. They know they've got the lodge, and they are marshalling up, because most of the game is being played in midfield, where this guy Piri and Chiunga are dominating. Pio is also coming in here and there. But so far so good for Herentials, I think.
Yeah. So far, so good for Herentials. I think you must have seen some of the Herentials substitutes there warming up. Archie, who do you think is going to be the impact player for Herentials going into the second half?
I think if you look at Prince Chama, who was operating as a wide midfielder on the right channel, very prolific, pinpoint, accurate passes going forward. But I think their number 9, that is Innocent Benza, has been a big letdown in terms of going for 50-50 balls. Maybe because of age, but if they are to substitute him in the second half and replace him with a player with more oomph, more determination, more zeal, Herentials can play better, because that's the vital cog. Hence, no attempts on target for the better part of the first half. But in terms of the substitutes that are warming up, I can foresee that towards the end of the first half, the balance of power is now heavily tilted in favor of Herentials. So maybe they want to build on that momentum.
Build on that momentum is what they'll be looking to do. But I've got results of some of the matches that are going on across the country. Bikita Minerals, well, they're leading by 1-0 against Moors, which could be a bit of a surprise, because everybody was thinking that Moors would probably be the team to look out for. But seems like Bikita Minerals starting off that match pretty well, eh?
like what you said earlier on, in their first match they prevailed over Highlanders, and their confidence balloon is obviously fully inflated. We said earlier on that if they come into this game complacent, can creep in, because Victor Minerals, they were also promoted last season, and they also want to prove a point. And to fight relegation, the opening 5-10 games, if you pick points, then you will sail in comfortable waters.
Sail in comfortable waters. Bikina Minerals with their new coach Mutegede, they are doing very well today. Halftime, Bikina Minerals 1, Moors 0. And of course, Ngezi Platinum are leading by 1-0 against Greenfield, whilst FC Platinum are drawing 0-0 against Manica Diamond. Could be a very tough match for FC Platinum, though they're playing at home, eh?
Yeah, it's very tough. Last season Platinum lost at home 1-0, and then they went to Manica and they lost again 1-0. So
did they lose in the cup as well?
yeah, it was in the cup. Then the following week it was a league game, and it's quite an interesting one, and maybe difficult for FC Platinum because of the opponent, and because Manica Diamonds, Jairo Tapera used to coach at Platinum before, and he actually knows his place, and it's an added advantage. And sometimes you find teams, they usually get it difficult to beat the former coach.
Yeah, very difficult to beat a former coach. As FC Platinum taking on Manica Diamond. Tel One, we were talking earlier on. Tel One did take the lead, and then Triangle did equalize. But guess what? Triangle are now leading, but Tel One are leading by 2-1.
Coach Herbert Maroa, the way he does, he has got quite a good squad. Never say die spirit in his team, and I know him as a guy who tries to push these young boys very well, and he's very competitive match. If you can see the scoreline, and I'm sure he can maintain the lead until the full time. But for Triangle, we cannot rule them out. They are a strong team. They did very well. We watched them here last week. Very good game, and although it didn't come to their favor, but I think it's a quite an interesting encounter.
Yeah, interesting encounter. ZPC Kariba drawing against Dynamos in their first match, Archie, and now they're drawing against Simba Bora, who themselves drew against FC Platinum.
Kwenyarecha Membe or Kauya Katuruturu, as they are known. If you look at last season, they had the best defense in the league. They were breached 18 times. That's the best defense. But if you look at the match they are playing today, they are facing the champions. So if they haven't conceded so far, if you ask me, excellent defense by Kaweka Turuturu, fantastic rock-solid defense by Kwenyarecha Membe. They need to be at their best if they are to beat Simba Bora. We'll wait and see what will transpire after 45 minutes, but I will tip ZPC Kariba to prevail over the current champions.
Gentlemen, last weekend we only got 10 goals across all matches in the Premier League. Today we've got 5 goals. We're hoping we'll see some goals later on today. But talking about Herentials and Dynamos, looking at the pitch right now, do you think we're going to get any goals or any good play, considering how the pitch is deteriorating right now?
I think in this game, if they are to score, it might be a 1-0 or maybe a 1-1. But we are not expecting many goals. Have you seen it? And it's slippery as well. It's very bad for the players. And also the text of the game. And it's not quite, it's not go mouth, Melis. Maybe 1 time, 2 times Dynamos over there. But there is quiet. It's just high balls and the free kick. But in terms of the quality of the pitch, it does not yield much of the goals.
Quality of the pitch hampering the type of play, Archie, do you agree?
Yeah, I tend to agree to a large extent. Look, it was soaked in rain, so obviously the coefficient of friction of the lawn has changed. The pitch is slippery. But again, the players coming to second half, most of the time they change boots and they change the uniforms. So they will be a bit lively and lighter. So the following 10-15 minutes, I think we can see some pressure being applied by other side. But as the game wore on, then the mud as well as the water will come into play, then they will slow play. If you have noted, in the opening minutes, the goalkeepers, they weren't touching the ball. Yes. They were using their feet because the ball will slip. Very tactical.
Yeah. Maybe let's just talk about the officiating. You had some concerns, a couple of decisions. I think there was a tackle from behind in the first half, and the yellow card went to
Pio.
Pio.
Yeah, Pio.
Ball away, isn't it? Yeah. What's your take?
I think, in first half, quite a number of questionable offenses, which were booked, but I don't think it was necessary. Like if you see when Ralph, he kicked the ball over the bar, it was 2-0-0. No one has got a disadvantage. Just question him, we don't want that, because you are now disadvantaging the player. Then we got the incident for Pio, like which was saying, you got tackled from behind, but then Majarira kicked the ball outside. He goes to book Majarira instead of a dangerous foul. So I think also in his decision making as a centre man, it's quite questionable. He needs to improve in those areas, especially making decisions, and also know where exactly to put up a yellow card or so, because each of the side might lose a player.
Each of the sides could lose a player. I don't know if you can see this, but the Vietnam stand is now a bit more lively. As you can see, the sun is now out, and the fans are jumping up and down, even though the match is still 0-0. And as you can see, the players are now on the pitch. We're crossing over. Stanley, it's over to you, and we're hoping to get some goals in the second half, eh?
Thank you very much. And those were interesting observations from our analysis team as we now prepare to get underway here for the second 45 minutes. There is Chikosi Takuzwa asking for divine intervention so that at least Herentials will end up with a victory. Confirmation of the substitution. IB9, Innocent Benza out. In comes Lot Chiunga. And Chiunga now is going to face his young brother. That's temptation. That would be an interesting battle.
So, yeah, there's a personal battle that is now currently happening. Two brothers playing against each other. And we wait to see what kind of conversation they'll be having back at home as a family. But, well, anything is possible.
Yes, anything is possible as the game gets underway. With Magwaza taking up a long clearance. Agyeman keeping the ball in play. There we are. Makmate carrying on from where he left off. The cross, well, the throw is taken straight back to the goalkeeper, Chikosi. Chikosi throws to the near side. Here's Ruguchu. Comes off Benza and straight to Ruguchu. In the end, it's taken away by Herentials. Majarira. Brighton plays it wide to the far side. Chama Prince all the way back to his goalkeeper. Now to Chimbetu. Plays it long, it's too long for the intended target, and this one will be a goal kick.
That was a wasted ball. The way they started building up from back, exchanging passes, and then you suddenly flight a long speculative ball without getting to contact your target man. It becomes wasted.
That's why Celestino Benza was a bit worried as we saw a short clip of him. Blessing Piri. Miscued effort comes into Dembo. It's taken by the goalkeeper. That was a deadly mistake by the otherwise reliable Magwaza. Now Tafremutsa bouncing the ball a couple of times before playing it downfield. Nice control there coming in from Kukanai and Agyeman. But he had a rush of blood to his head and wasted what could have been a wonderful effort if he had only taken time to think about it.
Yes, and talking about Route 1 football, from Tafire Mutsa to Agyebam, two players being involved in that piece of action there. Had he connected that with a beautiful shot, a goal, it would have been a good story to tell. Having an assist for the goalkeeper to a scorer.
Yes, indeed, as Kaundera is penalized for bringing down Jalai. That looks like beer in the stadium. Junior Chiunga temptation for Dynamos. Chinyerere looking for Kadonzo. brings it down but tightly under more challenge from Chibetu concedes the corner, and that will be taken from the far side. Still 0-0 if you're joining us for the first time, and this is why the guy is complaining. No goals. He's just looking for that one goal for Dynamos.
Just give us that one goal.
Ah, yes. Here comes the corner. It's a long one in the area, punched away by the goalkeeper. Picked up by Kwatizo. Back again to Kadonzo. Another effort inside the area. The keeper calls for it. Punches it clear. Temptation Chiunga. Pio inside the area. Long one for Dibare. Good clearance. All the way to Chino Benza. Dembo Eric. Back to Chino Benza. Rav Kondera. And this one goes wide. No problems there for the goalkeeper, Tafire Mutsa. Kondera once played for Dimbare, played for FC Platinum. Went all the way to Triangle. Still going around, trying his luck. He certainly was a top player during his early days. And now the fans are waiting for something special here. Yes, the drums are beating. The entertainment carries on. Akeman. Chiunga for Dibare. It's actually, yes, Chiunga for Dibare. Plays the ball into touch. That was against his brother.
He was pressured by his brother.
Yeah.
It's a family affair.
Family affair. We also have Majariras in Herentials. There's Blessing Majarira. The Brighton wearing this number 15 there. Ondera turns away from his marker, back into the Dynamos defender. Chiunga Lot for Herentials. Oh dear, oh dear. You begin to wonder, what is he trying to do?
Disappointing effort there.
I can't even explain. Wayward cross. The thought to cross was there. He was all by himself, but he miscued it completely.
And when you're in that position, Stanley, you want a ball that is flighted away from goal and away from the goalkeeper. Because look, the goalkeeper has an advantage of using his hands. So your teammates don't have as much chance as the goalkeeper would have. So you'd expect a cross that will come in between the 6-yard line and the penalty spot. That is more threatening.
Yes, Dynamos now trying to work their way from the back. Tafire Mutsa now in possession. It's a long clearance. Headed away once again. Chino Benza can't get to it. He was coming from an offside position. Nyawa for Jalai. Quick thinking by Jalai, but then he was not on the same page with Temptation Chiunga. So this one will be a throw to Dembo. Jalai takes it away from his marker. And he goes down injured. The way that he went down, it's as if to invite the ref to flash a yellow card on Mupuma. But I think Kwanele Manenda is doing a good job so far. There is the foul. Stepped on his boot. Here's Magwaza. Chiunga, temptation, flipping it forward. Headed away by Dembo, but Pio will pick it up, but he loses out. Dembo once again. Mupuma to Ralph Kondera. This one taken away by Kwatizo for Dimbare. The left-footed player tries to bring in a cross. Valentine Kadonzo easily beaten on that occasion. As the ball is played through. It's given away again, but Jalai tried to sell a dummy. And he's hacked down once again by Dembo. Telmo Pio. Chiunga. Being monitored by his elder brother. That was Blessing Piri rather. And Chinyere. This we see the incident there. Mandifei. The Lord Chiunga takes it away, and Mandifei very lucky there that the ref did not decide to flash a yellow card as the fans continue to sing in the stands in support of their respective teams. Tussle for possession there. And the Dembo is penalized.
I think play has been scrappy for the past 5 minutes. There hasn't been any decisive play, any cohesion, and any swift exchange of passes. But
yes, indeed, there's now Agyeman is caught offside.
yeah, he was offside.
But I must say that Agyeman is now looking more and more of a threat. So the Herentials must be watchful. Magwaza, Michiwonga. Ball played back to Magwaza on the overlap. Oh, lovely ball inside the area. And the flick comes in and straight to the goalkeeper. Pio Telmo didn't do justice to the pass.
Yeah, beautiful move by Dynamos. Yeah, if Pio had gotten a clean contact on that ball, he could have troubled goalkeeper Chukotsi for Herentials. So at least maybe it's promising for Dynamos, beginning to knock on the door for Herentials, and hopefully they get a goal out of it. All we need now, Stanley, is a goal. This game desperately needs a goal from either side. It can then ignite the stadium, invite fans into play, and hopefully change the complexion of the game. But so far, this goalless state of affairs, not doing much for the game. And even put pressure on the players, you become desperate, you want to avoid making mistakes, but in the process, the game needs a spark to ignite the game.
Yes, and I think the referee has shown here, has given matching orders to a ball boy on the far side. He was taking his time in giving the ball back to Dimare. The referee is not happy with it. Sliding tackle. This one picked up by Nyawa, good interception. Magwaza looking for Chiunga, but Chiunga was not on the same page, and the ball goes all the way to Takuzwa Chikosi, the Herentials goalminder, who now picks up the ball before playing it downfield. Clips it over the halfway line. This one drops kindly for Herentials. Dombo in control. Brings him across, headed away again by Shinyere. Who hasn't put a foot wrong. Jalai turns away from his marker, looking for Valentine Kadonjo. Caught offside again. Valentine Kadonjo. Yeah, the Dynamos fans are not happy with that. But I think it's up to Mark Mate in the picture to tell his player to at least stay on side and then deal with the situation. He must be going too early. Here it comes once again, and the ball is played back to Takuzwa Chikosi. Shinyere putting on the pressure. Watiko has done well in defense. And this one is taken back to goalkeeper Chikosi, who finds his captain Urugudu. Sbusiso Uruguchu. Good looking cross. Dibare managed to clear. He's taken away by Telmo Pio. The Chiunga once again a bit too slow. Picked up by Jalai. Another chance for Valentine Kadonzo, and he's offside. Oh yes. But look, I'm now beginning to feel that one of these days the offside trap is going to jam.
It's going to fail. It's going to fail. So Herentials, I think, may now want to consider changing the way they're defending without the ball, because they might try to spring an offside trap which might not succeed.
Yes, indeed. If it fails, it will be disastrous, because it's a last-ditch effort, last-ditch decision by the officials, and these calls are very close indeed. If it fails, we don't have VAR, It will be a goal if Dynamos manage to score from that. Gwatidzo clears the danger. This one will come straight into the center from Puma. Headed away by Nyawa. And Agiman was chasing all by himself. To Dombo, who controls it well. To contest with Jalai. Jalai kicks it into touch for a corner.
Jalai is one of your steady, reliable defenders or right backs we have in the country. For me, that was good timing. It took a good timing move to kick that ball away from the corner. Because those are the risky spots where you either concede a free kick or if you're in the box, you concede a penalty kick. So kudos to Captain Jalai for taking care of business in that situation.
Yes, indeed, and you can see the tussling there as the corner comes in. Dynamos have got a touch, and that effort goes over the bar. No problems there for the goalkeeper. That was Big Brighton Majarira. Confirmation of the scoreline. 0-0. As we are deep into the second half now. Dafine Musa to take it for Dimbare. He's now defending the goal away to our left. These fans continue to sing in the stands here. They want a goal. Chibetu, Wilmore plays that into touch, giving away possession needlessly on that occasion. Gwatidzo will take it quickly. The Telmore, Pio, handing the ball in the process. Well, looks like the off-season rust hasn't finally come off most players. They are struggling with simple tasks. This one is guided back to the Herentials goalminder. Here is Ruguchu. Chested down by Lotunga, who is caught offside. Dynamos will take their free kick. Mandivei. Nyawa plays it on the near side, looking for his captain. It didn't come off. And Temptation Chiunga penalized for obstruction, and the fans and the band from Dynamos still singing. This is Herentials. Oh, this is Dimbare. Good skills there by Tinotenda Benza. Benza lays it through. Oh, it returns back to Benza. Will he do something good with it? The crossword comes in, and what a weak effort from Lot Chiunga. That would have been a masterstroke in terms of substitution. There's it out now, but again Kadonzo gets it wrong. Both sides look like they would like to break the deadlock now. Good turn from the far side. Cross comes in, doesn't get very far. And the Nyawa plays it through. And this time around, Kadonzo is on side. Kadonzo still taking time. Agyemang is muscled out by Majarira. Play continues. That's a glimpse of what is likely to happen if you over-rely on the offside trap. Here they come now with Mpuma Tinashe, Herentials. Dombo to Chino Benza. Cleared away by Magwaza.
Is this game smelling a goal now? Because we've seen attacks from either end in a matter of seconds. We definitely will do with a goal from either side.
Yeah, anything can happen here. Puma, as we see in the stands there, the fans still very expectant, and the goalkeeper virtually gave the ball an uppercut. And the played through now to Valentine Kadonzo to contend with Wilmore. Kadonzo with the shot. It's a weak one. Saved by the goalkeeper. Well, it looks like he's learnt his lesson now.
Yes,
he stayed on side.
He timed his run, stayed on side, and when he received the ball, he checked inside while the defender was going on the outside, on the other side. So, good turn, a good maneuver, but of course, a time-shorted goal.
Nyerere heads it through, and it comes back to Chiunga. Junior Chiunga to Jalai. Jalai turns away from his marker. Mandivei for Magwaza. Magwaza checks his run. Back to his captain, Jalai. Who finds Nyerere. Ball played through to Nyawe. He decides to find his goalkeeper Tafremutsa, who now gets support from Magwaza. Magwaza stands on the ball, plays it through, trying to find Emmanuel Jalai, who had drifted into an attacking position, but Herentials have managed to deal with it. Here comes Eric Dombo. Ruguju, Blessing, Zibusiso. And it comes in the center once again from Blessing Piri. Played in the center for Timotenda Benza. Lovely ball looking for Dombo. He doesn't have the pace. The idea was brilliant from young Benza, but I think it was overcooked.
The ball was overcooked, but you could see what he was trying to do to feed Dombo on the left side, on the left channel. But hopefully, some of these moves, you can see what the guys are trying to do, but it's the end product that is making the decisive pass in the final third. If the two teams could get it perfect, we could actually see a goal from either side.
Yes, a goal can come from any team here. Jalai to Agiman. Right, this tackle, but he's brought down once again. The Blessing Piri makes sure the kick is delayed. Temptation Chiunga for Frank Agiman. He cannot keep the ball in play. It rolls into touch.
He couldn't sort out his feet there. That's why he lost the ball to touch for a throw into Herentials. But he's a handful. He's a handful to Herentials defense.
He is certainly. As the students are preparing to take a throw in. Out of the picture. Dibare warming up a substitute. Jairus Kasondo. Here comes now Lot Shunga. Lovely ball played to the far side now. Tumpuma plays it onto the ground, finding Piri, but Timbare have been given a free kick. Another long kick forward for Kadonzo, who turns away from his marker. Now it comes into the center. Pio looking for the Ghanaian, and the ball is played away. Very, very close indeed. Dynamos on that occasion coming in with some lovely interpassing. And Valentine Kadonzo, I'm sure will be going out. We'll find out in a minute or two. Valentine Kadonzo calling it a day, and in comes Kasondo. It's now jersey number 7, point of correction, Elton Chikona. But Agiman is also calling it a day. And finally, Jairus Kasondo
But the fans
comes
are not
on.
agreeing with the substitution of taking out Agbemelian for Dynamos. Yeah, we thought he was quite a handful, out of his trickery, out of his runs, and out of his forcefulness up front. We thought we could get something for Dynamos, but he's being substituted.
Yes, and the clearance not a very good one by Herentials. Kasondo is one player who is understood to be quite a goal scorer. It's interesting to see if he can be better than Agiman, who came very close on a number of occasions but could not make it count. As innocent Celestino Benza looks a worried man. I'm sure he knows all about Jairus Kasondo, does he?
He does. Well, look at that junior, one for the future, looking at proceedings attentively and learning one or two things.
Yes, as the clearance comes in. Good play there by Dombo. Ball picked up on the far side. Benza falls without any challenge. The chance here now for Timbare. Kasondo off his mark, and that one a bit too far ahead of him, and it goes out for a goal kick. Goal kick now coming from Kakudwaskosi. This is Brighton Majarira. On the ground, ball taken away. And another free kick. Looks like Chibetu is very lucky. I thought for a moment that he's going to get a yellow card, but the ref decides against it. I'm told in the background that the Herentials are making a double substitution as we see the foul on the Dynamo substitute Elton Chikona. And now Herentials have got Kundai Sangare and just number 24 is Clemens Gobu. Those are the two players who will be coming in. We wait to see who comes off. This play continues now. That one is a clear foul by Mandife. Again, lucky not to get a yellow card. The referee, I must say, is in a good mood.
Yeah, the referee is in a good mood. I think he adopted an approach where you say, players, you self-regulate. You know, I don't want to be heavy-handed on you. Self-regulate, make sure you play responsibly. But of course, we've seen 1 or 2 yellow cards being flashed on either side of the divide. But at the same time, we've seen a referee who has allowed play to continue, who has allowed players to play responsibly. He hasn't been card happy, as it were, and he has allowed some of the players to go. Well, some measure of leniency on his part.
Yeah, at least I'm happy about the fact that he is consistent. He's doing it for both sides. Yes. And he's actually playing like the middleman. Here comes the good-looking shot, and Jimbare will clear this one with their captain. Captain couldn't play ball, and again he's brought down. Looks like Jalai has drifted into the middle of the park.
Yeah, yes, he's actually
to try to link up play.
Yes. If you look at most of some of the plays Jalai has been involved in, it's either as right back or as a converted defensive midfielder or down the right channel.
Here comes the chance once again. Kasondo beaten in the air. Is picked up by Benza. What on earth was he trying to do? This one, Pio Telmore. And in the end, it's out of play for a throw-in. Dynamos are making a substitution. At the bottom of your picture, Gobu comes on for Herentials. And
Ralph being taken out. Ralph Kaundera being taken out and replaced by Gobu for Herentials. Another substitution for Dynamos is coming in. I mean for Herentials.
Kaundera off. And jersey number 26 for Dimbare. He's calling. Well, it's for
Herentials who's coming out.
It's for Herentials rather. Prince Chama calls it a day, and Sangare comes in. Let's wait and see if he can change the picture. A long walk for the right back. Out of your picture, Dimbare are bringing in a very tricky left back. Alec, who plays so well in that position. I remember covering him.
He's coming for Chungwa.
This boy here plays in any position. He's a very good utility player. Let's wait and see
Freddy
where
Ali
they draft him.
Yes.
Looks like he's going to play in the middle of the park. There's Temptation Chiunga calls it a day. Oh, that was a careless hack by Spusisos Uruguchu. Again, that could have called for a card, but the referee being consistent, I think, in my view, and just giving a free kick, which is played back to the goalkeeper, Prince Kafremutsa. Chinyerere for Guatizo, who clips it forward. Kasondo brings it into the center. The Herentials have managed to take the ball away. This is Magwaza. Pio. Back to Magwaza, who plays the ball into touch as Alec was waiting. Throwing into Herentials, and Mark Mate can sense blood here. He's more and more active on the touchline. Even coming out of his technical area. Chino Benza loses possession. Telmo Pio to his captain. Telmo Pio collects. Alec with his first touch. Here's the Dimbare captain. Going forward. Takes a chance, brings in a good looking cross. He finally plays. And it goes out for a corner.
Good run by Captain Jalai to find his way into the Herentials box. And of course, I would have thought that the cross should have been delivered earlier. But of course, he then delivered a short cross into the 6-yard box, which was easily dealt with by Herentials. But a good run nonetheless by Jalai, finding his way into the Herentials box.
Yes, let's see how this corner will be taken. And the Takudza will have to watch this one very carefully. Here it comes inside the area, punched away by the goalkeeper. Looks like it was almost going in. Takudza Chikosi has done well to punch this one out.
I like the way Chikosi has been dealing with the aerial balls that have been flighted into his box. For me, he's been very commanding out there.
Look at that. He did very well because the Dibare player was approaching. Alec beats his marker, goes through, goes down under challenge. Referee says play on. The Dibare player is up and about, and the Herentials player is still down, injured. The Chikona. It's nearly beating his marker, but good block there by Blessing Piri. Now to Eric Dombo. Dombo looks one way, still in possession, and ends up playing it wide on the far side. Kopu forward looking for Lord Chiunga. Chiunga's cross easily taken by the goalkeeper. 75 minutes, 15 minutes to the 90. The Herentials player lies injured. The only one I can't see up and about is Wilmore Chimbetu, jersey number 5. Chimbetu looking up to see if there's any help coming. As you see the mayor sitting in the VIP stands. He seems to be somebody who loves football. He was here again, all the 3 occasions that I've been here. He was also here.
Yeah, so he probably comes in as a soccer fan, and at the same time as the owner of the facility,
Exactly.
to see if the facility is user-friendly. But I'm sure you'll pick up a few notes about the infrastructure to Faro, about the facility at the Faro Stadium, and hopefully he'll have something practical to talk about when they're discussing social facilities or social amenities when they are in chambers at the city of Harare.
Indeed, and he should know these fans would like to sit in buckets. Oh, this is the biggest man, you know, in terms of our goalkeeping. Babagari Brenham Siska in the stands. He started off with the Black Aces, then Caps United, but he was always a very, very difficult goalkeeper to beat. And I remember when Caps United played Dynamos here at Rufaro Stadium, Chunga almost asked it to be substituted because he couldn't beat Brenham Siska.
Yeah.
He was such a very good goalkeeper. He was kept out of the national team by Bruce Grobela. Otherwise, he would have been the number 1 goalkeeper for us.
And he's one of the few goalkeepers who will chase the ball when a shot is taken a team. If it's a 10 shot, he wouldn't want to use his hands. He would always want to show off, one for the crowd, and they were very flamboyant in his day.
Yes, and of course we have them all, the young ones, coming on TV. My boy, you've started quite early. You will be famous. These two, of course, are they a couple or just friends? Whatever it is, they look like they're enjoying themselves here at Rufaro Stadium. As the ball is played through now to Magwaza. Magwaza for Dibare. To Alec. Early play. Nyawa plays it short. This one goes out of play. Throw in to Dibare. It's taken to Nyawa. Backwards to Chinyerere. He plays it long. Trying to find Alec. Blessing Rugoju. This is Gusiso rather. Oh, my goodness. What on earth was he trying to do, John? Tell me.
I think he was trying to cross the ball, but instead of using the inside of his boot, he ended up kicking it with his toes.
Right, look like we've got a substitution for Herentials. They would like to bring in jersey number 17, Chisi, in your picture there. And he is replacing Wilmore Chimbetu. Yes, he is Wilmore Chimbetu calls it a day through injury, but it's a big loss because Chimbetu was like the rock solid defender.
Yes, he was.
You know, at the back for Herentials.
Yeah, he was one of the assured players for Herentials. He's not enjoying his having to come out in this game because he had put in a good show. But it's an injury-inspired substitution. Not that he was playing badly at all, but it's unfortunate he's having to be pulled out because of fitness issues.
And you can see him there being controlled by his coach. That's Celestino Benza. Again, Nyawa beaten to the ball. Alec tried the first time pass, but well read by Herentials. Now onto the far side. Chiunga Lot brings in a good looking cross. Benza, edge of the area. By Timbare to Jalai. Tries to turn away and is hacked down by Dombo.
I think Jalai has been very unfortunate in this game. I think he has received a fair amount of tackles, physical combat. I'm sure after this game he's one player who will need a good massage.
Definitely needs a very good massage. He's one player who loves controlling the ball, takes on defenders, and they have been treating him so unfairly. He's lucky that he's not picking up injuries.
Yeah, he's a very confident player, and he's comfortable with the ball.
And the ball will be a throw in to Jalai. The handball there by Govu. News filtering through is that Pigita Minerals and Moors are now 1-1. After watching Moors last weekend, I can tell you teams should prepare for some hard time whenever they play the Norton-based outfit. They are a thorn in the flesh. They've got some brilliant youngsters. Another long ball inside the area, headed high into the air. The goalkeeper takes it away, Chakutla Chikosi. Kept his eye on the ball like a good goalkeeper. Makes a routine save. 10 minutes, should I say 9? To the 90. The goalkeeper clips it away. Benza brings it down. Very nearly got it through, but he was blocked. Bajarira. They play through. Benza wasn't on the same page with his teammates there. Chakona beaten in the air. Chance comes in for Gimbare. The Herentials are standing firm. Benza. His control lets him down. Theo Telmore is being harassed unfairly.
One industrious player, Telmo Pio. I've been impressed. He's kind-sized, small body, small frame. You know, your Ngolo Kante kind of a player. Very industrious.
And Chikona is penalized in that occasion. As he goes down against Tinashe Mpuma. Yes, now Herentials coming through with Eric Dombo. Ruguchu. He manages to keep the ball in play. And it's in there. Now 8 minutes to the 90. Plus the stoppage time, of course. Throw into Herentials. In a very good looking position. If they had a player who can throw it into the box, it would be more like a corner.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to take a long throw because every Herentials player is going into the box.
This one headed away for a goal kick. So Dynamos survive. Dafremutsa, who spotted carefully, opts to play it short for Alec. Wide to the far side, Nyerere clips it long. the miscued effort. Herentials, it's a bit of a ding-dong affair at times. There are some players who are so scared to hold on to the ball. All they will do is just hack it away. Shiyerere with what looks like a good ball, but it's taken away by Herentials, who are working quite hard. Dynamos now playing the ball into the center. Oh! Young Chakona very nearly caught Chikosi off guard, but he did extremely well to turn that out for a corner.
Good recovery by the goalkeeper to turn that ball away for a corner, because the Herentials defenders, they tried to play cute football, trying to chest, and then in the process chesting it in the wrong direction, giving a chance to Dynamo to take a shot at goal.
That was a good effort. The goalkeeper kept his eye on the ball. That save was brilliant. Here comes the corner. Guatizo plays it inside the area, banged away by the goalkeeper, but doesn't get very far. Has played it backwards, gets the return pass, stands on the ball, and he is brought down. So the ref will intervene this time around, and let's see what he will say. Looks like he's not reaching for his back pocket. He'll probably just call on the medics, yes, to attend to Notenda Benza. One player, yeah, I think the ref is right. Pio, yes, there was contact, but there was no malice in it, as the ball is picked up by Blessing Terry. Kopu turns away from one man, then taking too long on the ball is finally taken away from him. Ibare slowly trying to come alive. The Herentials making mistakes inside their own half. I think they need to minimize these mistakes. Push the ball forward. Yes. Everything should happen in the opponent's area.
Yeah, play safe, be assured. Yeah. Because right now we have about 4 minutes to play. This is the time where heroes and villains are created. You make a mistake, you cost your team, or you make a move that actually benefits your team, you are the hero.
Yes, Jalai. And again. Ball played through now to them. Dombo brings in a good looking cross, and again Chiunga fails to make contact. Jalai. And, I thought the referee on that occasion
finally
failed to play advantage. Because Jalai still had control. He should have waited for him to fail to take advantage of that ball before playing, as we see the pass to Jalai, who was subsequently brought down. Here is Zola Bunjira alongside Kaitano Tembo.
One of the
How these two become friends, given the rivalry that was there during their playing days.
Yeah, well, that is football for you, Stanley.
Yes.
You are rivals for 90 minutes, but you are teammates. I mean, you actually probably live in the same neighborhood, and then you are teammates in the national team. So that's the beauty about football.
Yes,
it's lovely to see one of our legends there, Alois Bunjira.
Shadrach Nyawa calls it a day. Leroy Mavunga comes on. Looks like Timbare are desperately looking for a goal here. They played a goalless draw against ZPC Kariba last weekend. Yes, danger. Benza calling for it. Magwaza in attendance. The cross comes in. It's a bit overcooked. And the return comes and it's out of play. Goal kick. Both sides are looking for the goal here. But then the execution of some crosses and passes, not so good. Yes, they are all here. Football lovers.
The ladies
no shapes and colors. Bacharira's clearance, well, lots of height, no breath in it. This one picked up by Guatizo. In the end, it feels like he's been pushed from behind, and this will be a throw-in. Now the ref and the assistant referee were not agreeing. As we see there, Lochunga bringing a good-looking cross. Dimbare are defending well. Alec will play it through. He finds support. Now Dimbare are coming through. The crowd is getting involved. Jalai was too deep. And in the end, it's taken by the goalkeeper, who throws quickly. Now Benza. 4 minutes of stoppage. And it's cleared away by Magwaza. And again, Dynamos get a free kick. And, Eric Dumbo calls it a day. And Makiwa comes on. Yes, Makiwa comes in, and Eric Dombo calls it a day as we peep again into the VIP stands. Alec turns away from his marker. Chunga will never let you walk alone. Jalai heads it into the center. It's picked up by Benza. Pio has got a touch. He's taken up now to Jalai. Oh, does well to find support on the far side. Jalai goes down injured. The chance now for Timbare. Referee played advantage,
Yes.
but then it wasn't realized. Most people expected that he should come back to Jalai. Chakona goes back. Here's Telmo Pio. 4 minutes confirmed. Here it comes. It's picked up now by Herentials inside their area. Alec touches it to the far side. The Dimbare fans up, sensing blood. Oh, it's a good looking cross. Headed over the bar.
Elton Chikona didn't have a good connection with that header. Otherwise, he would have told a good story of coming in as a substitute and determining the outcome of the game.
Yes, indeed, that was a good move. Watizo's cross was perfect, but Chikona could not get there in time, and because he was under pressure, ended up heading it over the bar.
The first time that goalkeeper Takuzwa Chikosi failed to deal with an aerial ball, but otherwise he's had a good afternoon when it comes to dealing with aerial balls that were thrown in at him by Dynamos. So Takuzwa being beaten for the first time with an aerial ball that came into his area. But of course, we know Elton Chikona didn't get a good connection, otherwise it would have been a goal for Dynamos.
Nearly 1.5 minutes of the stoppage time is before given played, as the kick comes down now. Watizo clears away. It's Magwaza rather. Herentials stand firm. Jalai beaten in the air. It's picked up once again by Tino Tenda Benza, who just plays it forward. And it goes all the way to Watizo. Trying to play it through the eye of a needle, but he couldn't do it. And this one rolls out of play. Throw in to Dimbare, but it has to be delayed. I think the referee wants to attend to the injured player, but he's up and about. I'm sure the match can continue. Celestino Benza still bellowing instructions. Makmate will go home with a hoarse voice.
Takuzwa Chikosi down there, injury. I don't know where that came from, whether when he was dealing with that cross that troubled him.
Our lady will be popular tonight. When you get home, everyone will tell you that we saw you on telly. the Herentials goalkeeper is writhing in agony. The medics have been called on. There is Lloyd Chigove. They call him Mablanyo. Whenever they win, they've got a song for him. Tenderera Mablanyo. The man who's been in the trenches for a very long time, always molding young Dynamos players. Here he is. And the fans, these look like the students in their colors, pink and so forth. The Herentials students are all here today, enjoying themselves in the stands. Lloyd Chigove rather. Chitembwe belongs to Caps United. And this one. And the referee blows to end the match here at Rufaro Stadium. 0-0 the scoreline. And of course, well, they've picked a point each. But again, the pendulum between Timbare and the Herentials continues to swing, looking for which way to go.
Yes, and between the two teams, they can't separate each other. But in the context of the league race this season, the Dynamos remain winless. They drew 0-0 against ZPC Kariba last week, and they're drawing against today versus Herentials, which now may mean that Dynamos need to sharpen up their attack. They haven't scored a goal in 180 minutes, which might be a worry for Coach Mablano. But on the day, Dynamos and the Herentials could not be separated, which of course is not so much out of the script that has been presented by the two teams since 2018. They've always had an argument that has never been settled.
Yes, indeed, these two teams have had very close matches, and today was no exception. The match ending 0-0. In a way, you would say Dynamos were hard done by Lady Luck for not smiling when it mattered most, because there are two chances that came off the upright,
yes,
and those could easily have been goals.
Could have been decided, yeah. And also there was another chance when Dynamos, when Chikosi was actually off position. Dynamos player couldn't tackle the ball over the line. Then the ball placed in the upright post for a goal kick. But otherwise, a good game of football, only that it let goal from either side.
Oh yes, it let goals. That's what we need. I think they need to watch matches from the past, because we had players who could score 46 goals. Sheikman Dauro used to score on a serial basis, year in, year out, 30 plus goals.
And
that's why maybe the fans were coming to the stadium, yes, in their droves. And if you weren't here by 11 o'clock,
you'll
especially when Timbare and Cape United are playing, that's it for you. You wouldn't find a seat.
And if you talk in the context of Dynamos, you are bringing in people like Gift Getom Pariwa. You would bang those goals. You're talking of Gwekwerere. You would bang in those goals. So Dynamos, of course, historically has produced deadly strikers. People will give you a dozen goals in a season or more. But so far, right now, we've seen a drought from Dynamos. In 2 games, they can't find the net.
Yes, indeed, in 2 games they can't find the net, but it's a clear indicator to the Dynamos coaches that they must go out and look for, strikers, players that can bang the goals in. The same goes for Herentials, but of course, I think they need to improve on their creativity, and these fans should agree with me that look, with the goals, they could be dancing even more than what they are doing right now. And I can see Innocent Manyenga is on the touchline, ready for us as we go down to him and hear what he has to say with the coaches. To you, Innocent.
As we can see, the Herentials players, they gave their all here at Rufaro Stadium. And unfortunately, they couldn't get the 3 points. But the good news is that the other team couldn't get 3 points either, and that is Dynamos. Both teams walk away with 1 point. And of course, I'm joined by the coach for Herentials, that is Celestino Benza. Coach, what's your take on the game?
Yeah, we are happy. Because getting a point is very important in the league, because at the end it adds to the other points that we have, and we're very happy. Because it wasn't an easy game, and they missed a lot of chances, but we managed to get a clean sheet at the end. So for us, we are happy.
A lot of chances were created for Dynamos in the first half, but not so much in the second half. What was the change in tactic there?
Yeah, we told the boys at halftime that we're supposed to go to them and not let them come to us every second. So we managed to main mark them one-on-one, and at least it paid some dividends because we managed to cut those crosses.
Cutting those crosses, very important for Herentials in the second half. And looking forward to the season, what are the objectives?
Yeah, we are trying to fight and finish in the top 4 because last season we finished on number 5. So that is still our objective. We haven't changed. So we're going to go all out and fight so that at least we achieve that objective.
Thank you very much, Coach, for giving us your insights on the game. Best of luck in the following games, eh? All right, awesome. That is Celestino Benza, the coach for Herentials, saying that it was important to cut off those crosses for Dynamos to make sure that Herentials do walk away with the point. And of course, I'm joined here by the Dynamos coach, Loichigowe. Coach, how are you doing? And please tell us, what is your view of the game?
Yeah, it's a tale of missed chances, clear chances for that. One in the first half, the other in the second half. Of course, and other fringe chances. I think once we get a goal, we are good to go. But otherwise, great fighting spirit from the team, correct tactical approach. It's unfortunate the goals have failed us today. But otherwise, we will continue to work, and I believe this team will come right.
How did the pitch affect your tactics going into this match?
We knew that the Herentials are strong in the wide areas, and we make sure that we plugged those holes in the wide areas, and then we would have better quality in midfield in terms of ball retention and ball rotation. And we knew that if we had a lot of pace up front, it would count in our favor. We did create chances. It's unfortunate we did not get the result we deserved today.
All right, 2 draws in succession going into the next match. How are we going to correct that?
The league is a marathon. It's not a 2-match event. It's a process. When we get our momentum right, I think we'll be back in it.
Back in it. Thank you very much, Coach. And I wish you the best in the following matches.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, that is the Dynamos coach, Loichigowe, there saying that, missed chances over and over again in the first half and in the second half could have given Dynamos the 3 points. And like he said, it is a marathon, and going into the next matches, Dynamos will be looking for those 3 points. But I'd like to thank you very much for joining us here at the home of football, Rufaro Stadium. And thank you very much for joining us for this match, Herentials versus Dynamos, and of course the match ending 0-0.
The second coming of Christ iprogram yakanangana nekudzoka kwa Jesu Kristu. Idi Jesus is coming again. Asi mukati meBible zvinoita sekunge paachauya tinenge tisiri kumachechi, tine tiri kudzimba, kumabasa, kuminda nekumwe kwakadaro. Muprogram inoyi ndina mukoma Gift Roads. Tati timboteera kudzimba kwatinoswera.
Ichokwadi chiri kutaurwa naCaston Betera. Jesu haazouyi tiri kuchechi, kana panzvimbo dzekunamatira. Achauya tiri kwatinoswera kwakasiyana-siyana. Ikoko kwacho kwatinoraramira. Kungaa kumabasa, kuzvikoro, kudzimba. Ndosaka tati muchirongwa chinechi titenderei timbozotandarira ikoko kwamunoswera, kwamunoraramira.
Nhasi mustudio Proclaim Chaora ndiye ari kutiisira musign language. Ngoma give kwasai vateereri.
Vateereri tinomuchingamidzai kuchirongwa The Second Coming of Christ.
Takapedzera kuita hurukuro ipi mugoma?
Kuzura part 2.
Tiri part 3 nhasi.
Alright. Suicide part 3.
Tichiri ipapo. Because tofana kubatsirana tiri kumaraini mugoma. Kuti kumaraini kuite zvakanaka. Pfungwa yatiri kutarisira nyaya idzi ndeye kuti Satani achigona kuuraya nema-accidents, nema-natural disaster nezvimwe. Imwe way yaanoda ndeye kuti dai vanhu vafa vasiri kusaidi kwaMwari. Saka ayo mamwe mamethod. Imwe method yacho ndeye kuti iwewe wega upiwe pfungwa dzekunzi ifa.
Kuti uzuraye.
Kuna Satani kungozuraye bedzi itori good kwaari. Saka toda kutanga
kuri good pakuti pakuti number 1 waita mhosva pamberi paMwari yekuraya.
Because Exodus 20 verse 13 inoti usauraye.
Number 2 wafa usiri kudivi kwaMwari.
Yes. Saka kwaari zvakatonaka izvozvo. Muchaona paticharamba chizoenda nezvidzidzo muchaona kuti sei achifarira futi kuti uite kafiro kekuzviuraya. Hatitangi pana Judges 11 mukoma verse 1 to 3.
Vatongi 11 paverse 1. Zvino Jefta muGireadhi wakanga ari munhu une simba noumhare, asi wakanga ari mwanakomana wechifeve. Gireadhi ndiye wakabereka Jefta. Mukadzi waGireadhi akamuberekera vanakomana. Zvino vanakomana vomukadzi wake vakati vakura vakadzinga Jefta vakati kwaari, haungadyi nhaka mumba mababa vedu nokuti uri mwanakomana womumwe mukadzi. Ipapo Jefta akatiza vanun'una vake akandogara panyika yeTobi. Varume vakaipa vakaunganira kuna Jefta vakasibuda naye kundorwa.
Saka panapa pari kutaurwa mukomana ainzi Jefta mugoma. Mai vake hanzi yaive pfambi. Baba wake ndiye Gireadhi. Gireadhi akazorora mukadzi pakaitwa vamwe vaning'ina vaJefta. Saka vaning'ina vaJefta vati kurei vakatandanisa mukoma. Hanzi iwewe uri mwana wepfambi. Saka ugone kuti udye nhaka nesu.
Pamwe chete nesu.
Muri kuona chinobhohwa nyaya iyi tichitarisa nyika yedu. Nyika yedu unowana nhaka pamwe chete nevamwe zvichingoratidza kuti baba vedu vamwe chete kune dzimwe nzvimbo. But ivo vaitaura zvinonyongonya kuti mai vako ipfambi. Animazona dai kuri kunyika yedu munozoerwa kuti vane mutupo umwe chete naye. Dai kuri kunyika imhuri imwe chete. Saka kumutandasa kuyaka kura kuti haana stand pamusha ipapo. Haana pekurima. Saka haana chinhu ndobva atandaniswa ndobva aenda. Chandoda pane mukomana ipasa. Haana kufunga kuti it's not worth living. Because iko kutongova mwana wepfambi kwega.
Kunoita kuti munhu atofunga kuzviuraya.
Munoziva kuti chimukoma? Kukurumbira hako kunoita chipfambi nevamwe vanochimaketa zvichiitwa pamafoni pamaTiktok. Havambozive trauma yazvinopa kumwana. Achingonzi aiwa mumuzive here mwana wepfambi yai. Kuita havo pfambi dziya dzichiita zvadzinoita zviya. Zvinhu izvozvo zvega itocha mukoma. Saka ndoshamisika nevanhu unonzwa ita kuti no, prostitution is just a profession.
Dai pasingabude vana zvichingoguma naiye akazvisarudzira.
But vanhu ivava vanotoita izvozvo vane vana. Hachisi chinhu chakanaka vateereri kuti mwana wako alebhuriwa achinzi mwana wepfambi yai. Pane hunhu hunogona kutogadzirika Jesu asati auya. Saka chandodira Jefta akati no, life inokontinya. But mistake yakaitwa naJefta manje ndoda kuti muone suicide yaakaita dai ari nhasi. Kwaakaenda kuyakwe kuTobi. Akabva anotsvaga timu rekuti pataura bhaibheri kunzi worthless people.
Varume vanoita zvakashata.
Vaingopota achiita zvekurwa kuti vawane kurarama ariko kuvaingoita zvefight. ndozvenge zvati saka dai ari nhasika itimu riya vemadrugs pasina chinobuda mukoma. Saka ndoda kuburitsa pfungwa yekuti kune vanhu vasiri kuzviuraya physically but ari kuzviuraya through lifestyle yemadrugs.
Muri kuti mimi vamwe vari kuti kana vasangana nezviya zvataikurukura mumashure anofunga kuzviuraya. Asi kune vamwe vokuti haazvisungirire kana kuzvibaya nebanga, asi anozosarudza kuzviparadza nekutora zvinodhaka.
Saka munhu akadare isuicide ngo azviuraya.
Nekuti zveshuwa paripo pangu paunoona kuti munhu achabetsere pakati pevapenyu.
Haana kana
munhu anoita nhanga chairo risingabikwe, nhanga chairo kuti azoti hapaisina chichabuda kumwana uyu.
Anenge asina kana betsero. Pese pomuona ningi akadzima hapana kana chinobatsira, haumutume kumunda, haana chaanoita, isuicide yamgo. But mukoma panobatsirwa sei? Because inini mukomana zvinhu zviya zviamenoti sei? Vanhu ndinobvunzaka vanototi whether zvinoita kufemwa kana kudya mukanwa hazvinake. Munhu akaramba aita nhara achiti ndoda uchi achiudyaka, iwe ukazotesta unonzwa wokutapira, unogona kuti ndosaka ari kuramba achiuda. Pabatsirika sei ngoma?
Zvinongoda mupfungwa munhu wakazvigarira pasi. Because hapana munhu anoita muranda wezvinodhaka asina kumboona vamwe vakaparadzwa navo. Because unoona munhu akati rabada apa kana padzinenge dzichakakwana paya kuti uti ndopandoda kusvika apa.
Ndopanondinetsa ukuona vanhu vakaparira kudai iwo kutoti because ezvinoizvika tine vana vari kuchikoroka vari kutoona vanhu vaparira vaika paanotanga kushandisa ari toti ndoda kusvikawo paya ora ngatiisiye mukoma isuicide yaya kutora zvinodhaka because hausisina detsero panyika. At most chauri kutoita kutambudza vamwe vari kurarama. Hatinzwe pana 2 Samuel chapter 3 mukoma verengai verse 15 na 16.
Samuel wechipiri 3 pavhesi ya 15. Ipapo Ishi-Bhosheti akatuma nhume kundomutora kumurume wake Patieri mwanakomana waRaishi. Murume wake akamutevera achingochema kusvikira paBhaurimi. Ipapo Abhineri akati kwaari, enda udzoke. Iye akadzoka hake.
Ngoma apa toda kuti nyaya iri sensitive. Patieri anga azorora mukadzi wake. But mukadzi waakarora aimbova mukadzi waDavid achiri kugara namambo Sauro. But pavakaburana David akatizira kumakomo kusvikira mambo Sauro vafe. Saka David akutonga kwakaramba kuine kurwisana imba yekwaSauro neyekwana-David. Aitungamira hondo dzaSauro ainzi Abner. Ndobva aita suggestion yekuti tiri vanhu vamwe chete, ngatiitei mapeace talks tiyanani. Ndobva auya kuna David akati ngatiitei mapeace talks tiyanani. Ndobva anzi naDavid atiite mapeace talks kusvika maya nemukadzi wangu wamakarodza mukaendesa kuna Patieri. Abhineri akati hatinganetswe nenyaya iri simbui. Ndobva aendako
Abhineri komanda
we ndobva aendako kuna Patieri kumba kuyakwe
kunotora mukadzi.
Ndobva atora mukadzi uya kwakutomutora paya. Hanzi Patieri akateera achifunga kuti ari kuona drama. Mukadzi achitendwa naye hanzi paakaramba achiteera murodhi. Ndobva hanzi naAbhineri chidzokera, otherwise takuzokunyangadza chidzokera. Saka point yandiruda mukoma ndoda kuti vanhu vazvonoti Patieri akadzokera hana unozviuraya. Pfungwa yeduda mukoma ndeyekuti tibatsirane nemacouples vari mumarriage. Kutorerwa mumwe wako haisi reason yekuti ndaakufa.
Alright. Haipo pari kunyatsobuda kuti kana une murume akatorwa nefambi haufaniri kuzviuraya.
Haufaniri kuzviuraya kunyange zvichirwadza.
Kana ukatorerwa mukadzi nechikomba haichisi chikonzero chekuzviuraya.
Pane paunonyatsoona maWhatsApp acho mukoma ndozvikuitika